Hey guys, I know it's the same day, but I'm posting them separately. I will have water beside me though, so sorry if I stop for a water break, but I'll probably mostly at full stops anyway. I'm going to continue from where I was. The next day, walking up to Landcourts, I sat quickly and switched into my normal clothes as cross, and then I woke up a few minutes after me. I put a bag over my shoulder and I carried the stuff in one of my hands and waited for the others. After about 5 minutes, they stood ready alongside me. About time, I said to them. We aren't fast as you, nightmare, Era said, and teleported to the JR organisation building where Wine is housed. He snuck around the building and made it to the same exit me and Cross used to escape all those months ago. I quietly opened the door and sneaked across the hallway that was familiar to me. It was strangely dark, but they probably had no other prisoners in that area at the moment. I walked along the dark hallway until I reached the door, right as I heard footsteps down the corridor that connects to the hospital highway. I swiftly go to the room and quietly shut the door without making noise, staying as quiet as I listen to the voices. I can recognise one of the voices as my brother's. The other one doesn't seem familiar. What are you going to do to her? It's been months after she was captured. If I'm familiar voice, that's my brother. Runs film. It's on him, like usual. We must keep quiet, that'll be because of what we did to her. My brother says. After hearing the statement, my soul pounded in anger and rage. I could just attack my brother right now. But in order to save Lion, I must follow my plan. Then the alarms went off, which I heard Dream and the other people sprint away. After they left the hall, I quickly continued down the hallway until I reached a heavy metal door. It looked like it led to a safe. I was able to get open, and when I walked to the room, I see her to the ground. Chains tied to every one of her body. Her clothes were torn and scars all over her arms and legs along with blood. I quickly sprinted over to her, and she was on the ground unconscious. So I take my stuff and the tent is turned into a spearhead. I was able to break the chains without a problem. I picked her up carefully in the app after I put my staff back on my back and I quickly dashed down the corridor at the same time towards the exit. Aaron Cross followed behind me, but the guards were chasing Cross and Aaron, so they were right behind us. Thankfully, the exit was left open and we made it. Our error closed the door and sealed it with some of his magic to keep the guards in. Then we all teleported back to the apartment. I set lines for him on my bed. Hera brought me the medical as I started to get all the metal chains that air and that held the chains into her off. I grabbed the medical kit and I started to clean the wounds of Lion and the bandaged them. As you wait, they're not moving except from the rise and fall of registers are breathing. I take out the extra outfit of mine and I set it near her so she continues until when she wakes up. I then walk over to the piano and sit on the bench. As I said earlier, I didn't know if he was ever going to wake up. I tried not to think about that so too much. And here's I went to the song. I couldn't find a video of the actual song as well. And she found that song, but I think it would be better if you guys play it. Because it will take too long for me to play it, really. You wake up to a really calm and relaxing song from my piano. You sit up and say Nightmare or something while I'm playing the song on the piano. What's in an outfit of us next to you? I stand up and change it, and you stand up and change into it, and then you quietly approach Nightmare. Sorry, I forgot to tell you it's your point of view. You stood there, you quietly approached Nightmare, and you notice he was crying light purple tears, but he still played. As you stood next to them and got an idea, if you sat next to him on the bench and watched him, he didn't even move. He couldn't. Until he ended the song and he wiped his tears away. Turning aside, he jumped in surprise as he saw you sitting there wearing one of his original outfit. Nightmare actually fell backwards, but you stopped him by using some of your magic and set him on the bench. Lion? You said as he put a hand on your cheek while we started crying. More white purple tears. It's me, Nightmare. It's me. I'm okay. Say it. And put hand over his while he cried more. Lion, you are okay? He sluttered out as he hugs you tight while crying on your shoulder because he is slightly taller than you. Shh, it's okay, Nightmare. I'm here now. You assure him as you hug him back while rubbing in his back. It took 4 minutes to stop him from crying and pulled away while giving you a smile as he wiped his tears away. You're alive. I was so worried about you. He started as I gave him a smile. I told you not to worry about me, Nightmare, you say, as he stood up and picked you up, which startled you and made you wrap your legs around his waist and you wrapped his hands around your neck. Both your faces light up in a bright blush as you with you sitting on his lap. You rush a deep shade of rose red as Nightmare places one of his skeleton hands on your waist. You want to know why I was worried about you? Yes. Staring deeply into your eyes. As you nodded your head slightly. It's because I love you, sweetheart. You were so sweet and kind to me. You even risked your own life for mine, he says to you, a husky voice before pulling you into a deep, tender circle. You gasp as he'll tightly grabbed into your wrist, but it was not enough to hurt you, as he slipped in his purple tongue, making you blush so much that it reached the top of your ears. Over time, and you eventually melted into care, because it was unexpected and it was your first kiss. This went on about 7 minutes until you both rolled away from it as you both panted, trying to regain your breath. In cameras, you and Nightmare both to cross an error, taking pictures of you, and you blush even more if that's possible, and you bury your face on the nightmare's rib cage. Nightmare eventually got cross an error to leave you alone, which they headed up to the second floor of the department and watched some TV. Lying down, Nightmare pulled you down with him as he pulled over his blankets over you both, snuggling into Nightmare.
What's under the cheese?
Sorry guys, that was my mum. Anyway, I'll continue this paragraph. Oh, where was I? As he pulled the blankets over you both, snuggling into Nightmare, he chuckled and stroked your hair as he turned the lights off with his magic, which the only light that came from the second floor was because of the TV. Nightmare says to you, "You must save your sweetheart. I thought I was the one saving others." Oh, if you want to read it again, but don't want my voice to be in, then you're welcome. I'll put the link in the description on both parts. Bye.